Here's your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
Well, after a damp Saturday, nice to get that sunshine both yesterday and today. A quiet evening under generally clear to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures have slipped back now into the 50s. Take a peek outside and we'll go to New Bedford. Looking pretty good right now. Temperatures there in the middle 50s. Later on this evening, wouldn't rule out like maybe a quick passing sprinkle, but we're not expecting any kind of widespread rain. And we'll check out East Greenwich, and looking out across the water, you can see the visibility is pretty good. That's the Mount Hope Bridge off in the distance now, clear to partly cloudy. Temperatures are in the low to middle 50s, 52 already Taunton, Burrillville 52, as well as Coventry. So getting down into the 40s. In fact, most of the nights, the late nights this week will be falling down into the 40s. Threat tracker, nothing but green tonight, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can probably tack on Thursday and Friday. I don't see any really high impact weather or big storms or widespread precipitation. Just a little bump in the road here tomorrow. And just like a passing shower running at about a 30% chance under partly sunny skies. I think a vast majority of the day is dry. If you catch one of these showers coming through, it doesn't last very long. Wednesday looking pretty good. So chance of a shower later tonight and again on Tuesday. Again, just passing, isolated and brief. Unfortunately, here we go again. Long-range guidance suggesting some rain the latter part of the week. And in fact, seeing signs that this may actually be a coastal storm with rain and wind. So this is something that we're going to be watching. Hopefully this is something that actually stays offshore, but right now the early call is that it's close enough to our coastline to give us the rain and wind. In the meantime, speaking of storms, you can clearly see one spinning. This is up in southeastern Canada, New England, right in here. Area of low pressure, and it's responsible for the cooler than average temperature. So when we look at a different satellite imagery, it's called the water vapor imagery, and it shows us the moisture in the atmosphere from the ground all the way up. But what's nice about this imagery is that it shows us how the air is moving in the upper part of the atmosphere, and you can clearly see this huge sort of counterclockwise swirl. It's called an upper level low. And when these are nearby, the temperatures underneath these lows are cooler than average, and that's what we're getting over the next couple of days. And usually when these lows are nearby, you can sometimes squeak out just an isolated shower. So that's in the forecast for tomorrow morning, but I wouldn't call this anything really heavy or widespread. And while we start off at 47 at 7 a.m., it does rebound to 60 by 11 a.m. and around 65 tomorrow afternoon with a mix of clouds and sunshine, running about a 20% chance of an isolated shower. So if you work outdoors, this is just a little quick interruption, really nothing more than that. I certainly would not call Tuesday a rain day. Bay forecast, south wind turning southwest at 5 to 10. Visibility for the most part is unlimited. I mean, of course, when you get a brief shower passing through, it gets briefly reduced. Water temperature continues to slowly cool. It's in the lower 60s right now. All right, 7-day forecast, looking at really quiet weather in terms of storms now through Friday. And then here we go over the weekend again. We're leaning towards kind of a Saturday night, Sunday with a potential coastal storm with rain and wind. Stay tuned. Hopefully that changes. Temperatures over the weekend, your afternoons are in the 60s and your nights are in the 40s. Little quick shower tomorrow, but not a big deal.
Really felt like fall today and yesterday.
It did, yeah.
All right, Tony, thank you. Coming up tonight at 10 and 11, continuing coverage of Israel at war.